trying to get through this relatively fast so Georgianne doesn't adopt a dog here before I'm done speaking. I'm almost done here. We'll work through here. And while we will ensure that reputable breeders who follow the law are able to do business in our state, I will also demand that businesses which choose to operate outside the law will be out of business for good. Now, I greatly appreciate the opportunity once again to visit this terrific facility and the caring folks and volunteers that make it run. I thank you and all the other rescues across the state for all your work and partnership in our efforts to promote safe animal care facilities and enforcement of breeding regulations. And I especially want to thank the Department of Agriculture for their efforts to lead the charge in Operation Bark Alert. I'll turn the microphone over to Dr. Hagler for a few moments, then after that I'll be available for questions. But I'd now ask Director Hagler, Dr. John Hagler, to make a few remarks. John.
On behalf of the Department, the responsible licensed dog breeders of Missouri, the rescue associations and organizations like the Humane Society, and the many, many pet owners of Missouri, I want to thank you, Governor, for your leadership on this important issue. Unlicensed breeders put our licensed breeding professionals at a competitive disadvantage and the health and the welfare of the animals at risk. As you know, when we formulated Operation Bark Alert, we said there were only going to be 3 categories in Missouri: exceptional licensed breeders, good licensed breeders trying to become exceptional, and as the governor has rightly said, those that are out of business for good in this state. Missouri has led the nation in licensing legitimate breeding professionals. I am confident with our new leadership in the department, our new leadership in the state, that we are going to join up with Operation Bark Alert and the cooperation of the Humane Society and the various rescue groups. We will lead the nation on cracking down on unlicensed breeders. Again, Governor, I want to thank you. Your leadership has stood out time again, and the Department of Agriculture, on behalf of its employees and the many pet owners of Missouri, we thank you for your leadership on this important issue. And we thank the Humane Society for hosting us today and for joining us as a partnership, and as well as the rescues across this state. When we crack down, the result of those crackdowns, we have to have somewhere to go, and they provide a safe haven and a transit to a lovable home. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, all the hard work of the Humane Society, and I hope you'll come up and say a few words.
Thank you very, very much, Dr. Hagler and Governor Nixon. And I believe that all of you have seen from the tour that we did today that the Humane Society is committed to providing second chances for all of the animals that come through our doors. Unfortunately, far too many of these dogs are coming from substandard puppy mills, both unlicensed and licensed. And the Humane Society is very pleased with the strides that Governor Nixon and Dr. Hagler and the Missouri Department of Agriculture are making to change Missouri's reputation as the puppy mill capital of the nation. Bringing unlicensed breeders into compliance or forcing them out of business through Operation Bark Alert is a very important first step in this direction. However, we still have a very long road ahead of us beyond licensed breeders. The Humane Society of Missouri would like to work with the governor and with the Department of Agriculture to put an end to all substandard breeders and hold Missouri pet breeders accountable to a standard of care that is both humane and decent. And as we look, And as we look to the future, the Humane Society of Missouri's goal is to ensure that all animals in our state are provided with adequate, nutritious food, clean water, adequate shelter, veterinary care, exercise, grooming, and socialization to ensure their physical as well as their behavioral health. The Humane Society and I truly welcome Operation Bark Alert and the role it's going to play in furthering the greater mission at hand, and that is ensuring that animals in our state are treated decently and humanely. And we are so very pleased to be hosting the governor and the director of the Missouri Department of Agriculture today. Thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate your interest.